Sometimes I skipped meals so Edward could eat more. But I never let him feel hungry. I wanted him to smile. I wanted him to feel safe. Edward was a bright boy. He loved to draw. Every night before sleep, he would show me his drawings. He would say, "Mommy, one day I will make a big house for you." My eyes filled with tears, but I only smiled. I kissed his forehead and said, "That is all I dream of, my love." Days passed like this. I worked, struggled, and smiled through pain. My husband never came back. He never asked about Edward. He never sent money. I stopped waiting. My son was enough for me. But one evening, something happened that changed everything. Edward had been sick for a few days. I thought it was just a cold. But one night, his breathing became heavy. His chest moved up and down too fast. His face turned pale. I got scared. I carried him in my arms and ran outside. It was raining. My hands were shaking, but I held him close. The hospital was far away. I did not have money for a taxi. I ran through the streets. My feet were cold and my heart was beating fast. Edward whispered, "Mommy, I'm scared." I hugged him tighter. I said, "Don't be scared, my love. Mommy is here." At last, I reached the hospital. The doctors took him inside. I stood outside crying. I prayed to God, "Please save my son. Take my life, but save my child." After some time, the doctor came out. His face was serious. He said Edward had a serious infection. He needed treatment quickly, but the cost was very high. I felt the ground shake under me. I had no money. I begged the doctor. I cried. I told him I would work day and night. I would clean the hospital. I would do anything. He looked at me with pity. He said he would try his best. For 4 days, I stayed beside Edward's bed. I held his little hand. I said, "You are my little hero, Edward. You must fight." He would open his eyes and whisper, "Mommy, please don't leave me." Tears filled my eyes. I said, "Never, my love. I will stay with you till my last breath." The bills grew higher. I worked extra hours at the salon. I cleaned floors at night. I didn't eat food. My body grew weak. But I kept working. I had only one goal: to save my child. Weeks passed. Edward's condition became worse. One night, the doctor told me that Edward's body was too weak. My heart broke. I could not breathe, but I smiled at Edward. I did not want him to see my tears. I said to him, "Everything will be okay." That night, I stayed awake, holding him. I kissed his forehead again and again. I held his small hand and prayed to God. "God, give him my strength. Give him my life." The next morning, something strange happened. I felt dizzy. My body burned with fever. I had been working too much, eating too little. I fell down beside his bed. The nurses quickly came to help me. They said I was very sick, but I did not care. I asked only one thing: "Please don't leave my son alone." My condition became worse. The doctors tried to help me, but deep in my heart, I knew my time was ending. I looked at Edward, lying weak but alive. I said to my son, "Edward, listen to me. You must grow strong. You must live happily. Promise me you will take care of yourself." His eyes filled with tears. He said,
I promise, Mommy. With my last breath, I whispered, I love you, my son, always. Then everything went dark. I was gone. I had died. But my love stayed with Edward. The doctors and nurses took care of him. They remembered my sacrifice. They gave him the best care.
Him the best treatment. Slowly, Edward began to recover. He survived. Years later, people said Edward grew into a kind and strong man. He often told others about his mother. He said, "My mother gave everything for me. She saved me till her last breath. I live today because of her love." And that was true. My body was gone, but my love never left him. A mother's love never dies. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.